You were just on to the secret to life.
No, but the secret to, I'm always talking about the secret to life, and get ready for when my tits are off. The secret's going to be out.
You are going to be so hard to deal with.
I'm going to be here. I'm going to be naked, and I'm going to be full of advice, girls. Oh, we're back.
Welcome. Thank you so much for all of the adoring praise.
Oh my God, all the packages you guys have been sending to the studio.
It's too much.
All of you showing up naked, that was an honor and a privilege to see so much of your body, but...
And no offense, but no more red roses. I like exotic flowers only. Please.
Speaking of exotic flowers... Congratulations to all of our exotic listeners, because your flowers have gone back to school today if you're in the public school system. Today's the day.
It's crazy that it's so early. I remember like end of September in Rockford when I grew up.
Maybe this is a California thing. You guys like, comment, and subscribe regardless of when your kids are going to school. But our kids are back in. I can't believe. Was the summer fast or slow for you?
It was both.
Yeah.
Sort of undulating.
Undulating.
Fast, then slow, then fast, then slow. It was moving around a lot.
What was it? Because you had 2 weeks where your daughter went to sleepaway camp.
Right. Well,
were those the fast parts or the slow parts?
Those were the slow parts.
Yeah?
Well, because, all this time alone with your spouse.
Do you feel like you rebuilt your desire?
Well, my husband has cancer, so...
That's what I mean. Was that a kink for you? Was that a turn on?
I've been doing a lot of caretaking.
Playing doctor.
Yeah, I guess a little bit like that.
Oh.
But I will say only picking up after one person is pretty easy.
Pretty chic?
Pretty chic. It definitely makes it easier.
Well, we were talking before, and the radiation is going better than...
It's going good. He has 2 more weeks left, and those are supposed to be the roughest weeks.
Okay.
So I'm ready.
You're ready.
She ready.
She ready. I'm going to take you to Vegas.
She ready for caretaking.
She ready for not caretaking no more, right?
Right, but it's going to get worse.
Okay, so she ready for the 2 weeks of caretaking.
Yes.
And I'll be your caretaker.
Really?
That means I'll buy you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, but my daughter was at sleepaway camp. She had a great time. One thing I noticed, though, both camps, different camps, she was only hanging out with the older age bracket than her.
Yeah, that's the
way.
Is
that a thing?
Of me, and that was all. I was obsessed with older kids when I was younger.
Really?
That's like, you don't have a job, you don't have money, all you have is your reputation. And if you are known for being able to fuck with the older kids and not fuck the older kids, that's the key, then you're really in the money. You're like the cool kid.
Right. I do remember this girl, Ann Turner, who was my good friend. We were in like a group of 5 friends in 7th grade. But every day at lunch, she would always excuse herself and be like, I'm going to eat with the 8th graders.
Oh my God.
And
Ann
we
Turner.
thought she was
I'm already into Ann Turner.
So cool.
Yeah. What a cool girl.
Why did she get invited to sit with the 8th graders every single day?
Did you not like try to hang with your teachers?
What?
I was obsessed with my teachers.
With your teachers?
Yes.
Were you like kind of a nerd?
No, I was closeted gay and obsessed with Miss Schmeichel. I'd be like, I've got to go talk to Miss Schmeichel about a couple of news items I know she'll...
Oh, because you thought she was attractive.
Yeah. But also just like, even like boy teacher, I just like liked the idea of like being out in the workforce. We both started working young as little actors, right?
Oh, that's true.
It's like this idea that like I'm part of the world and I know what it takes to have a conversation with a real grown-up.
I mean, I did kind of hang out with grown-ups most of my life, now that I think about it. Because I was at the theater and I was always with 35-year-old gay men.
I married an older woman.
You did? Oh,
yeah, my wife is 17 years older than me.
She's not.
No, it's just like the observation or like the knowledge that like with age comes wisdom is like a smart thing. So, for your daughter to know, to get to camp and be like, I'm not going to hang out with these bozos. We're not going to hang out with these mature 12-year-olds.
Right.
They probably already have their period. You get like a little, you get the advance. Like Shauna is going through, the early stages of not admitting that perimenopause has come, but like, and I'm getting a little bit of a viewpoint into it. So your daughter's...
What are your thoughts?
My
cool,
thoughts,
right?
My thoughts are like, I'm going to just gear up with all the testosterone patches or whatever it is that everyone recommends immediately. Like, I'm not going to fuck with like pretending it's not happening. I'm just like, throw it all at me.
But you know what sucks for me is like, I'm on all this hormone replacement stuff and like.
Name names. What are they?
I'm on progesterone. Mm-hmm. I'm on estrogen.
Yeah.
And then they gave me testosterone to rub on my inner thigh.
Okay.
Every third day or something. But
we'll
then
put a warning on the episode.
Then I started getting migraines, and I'm like, and then I took that away, and then I looked up, of course, and they said, yeah, that can happen. You can get migraines. So I stopped that part. But now I don't really notice any difference except when I don't take it, I wake up in a pool of sweat. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing all of this upkeep to just not sweat at night.
Well, I thought that weren't you, when you first got the cocktail of meds, you were like, this is terrific. Right?
No, I was just
You never felt it was terrific?
I didn't feel like, my friends would be like, oh, all my other friends going through this are just feeling really crazy and unhinged. So you seem normal. I guess I kind of kept me feeling a little normal.
Yeah, you never had to like walk around the house with a butcher knife. You avoided that. I
did avoid that.
I know that you don't know about Lindsay Clancy, and I'm so sorry to bring we have to get to eras, but I have to this is a podcast about parenting, and there is a woman named Lindsay Clancy who was postpartum depressed and started hearing voices and took too many. And now this is not about how to dose your menopause, but she was taking Zoloft, she was taking an antipsychotic, and she murdered her 3 kids in the basement.
Oh my God. What are the ages?
If you're going to talk about rubbing your inner thigh, I'm going to talk about all the fucking true crime that I'm digesting for this podcast because you refuse to be in the sewage that is Instagram.
You've got
now Instagram
IV
knows
drip.
that I'm obsessed with this, and every single thing in my algorithm is like her husband, and it's like, and then people whose take is like, well, it's got to be the husband that killed the kids because women don't kill kids. She killed the 3 kids, and then she jumped off of a 2nd story. And now she's paralyzed and she's just sitting in court. Imagine, I mean, just like, it's awful.
How did she kill the kids? Should I not
With an elastic band.
Oh my God. Can we take that out?
No, we have to leave it in. If we take it out, the people don't know how she killed the kids.
All 3 of their heads in one elastic band? Wait, we can't laugh about
it. We're not laughing about it, but I don't think that's how she did it. Why I wanted to bring it up is that postpartum depression is real, and it's like starting this conversation online, and some of my algorithm is positive in that it's saying like, we need to be talking about really taking postpartum depression seriously. Apparently she was like there were signs that she was struggling, and if you are postpartum and you really are struggling, it is very much an experience that happens. It's very real. And then also, I guess she was treated because she was on an antipsychotic, but not the right one. So just being very careful about how you are handling all of that is
with the meds. Yeah.
With the meds.
And also I will say I had to go, I'm sure I've talked about this. I had to ask like 50 people if they've ever heard of a doctor who gives hormone replacement stuff. And then
really?
I found someone who's like, oh, I heard Jennifer Aniston goes to this woman. I had to pay her $900. It's like a menopause literate nurse practitioner. Like, why isn't this a job? Like, and then I went to my gyno and asked him about it after this woman prescribed me everything. And the gyno was like, oh yeah, I could have done that. But I'm like, but you didn't.
But why didn't you do that?
Because it's a man.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Like, you have to go through the tunnels of the underworld to try to find out about all this stuff. You gotta go in the
dark web.
But here's what's fucked up. Now, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Now there's a national shortage of progesterone and estrogen, and I can't get it.
What?
So now I've been on like a waiting list. My friend who went through menopause early gave me all of her patches.
Okay.
And so now I have some of those, but I'm just like, I'm now waiting for them to be replenished.
So are you kind of pissed that more people know about it? Because
no,
it's not available?
I'm not. I just feel like there should be more women in charge helping us.
Yes, please.
Helping us study menopause, helping make sure that we have what we need. And yeah.
And lose what we don't, which brings me to my era.
Oh, what's your era?
My era is, you guys, these tits are not forever.
What?
Yeah. I think these tits are for just a few more months.
You're chopping them off.
I'm chopping them. I did a consult with a doctor.
How'd that go?
It was really weird because I had to put on like one of those like paper vests that are just sort of like, it's weird that just have me take my shirt off. Why do you need me in this like weird disposable lingeries? Before, if you're gonna like do a mammogram or whatever, it actually the straw that killed the titties back was I already have been feeling like in a world where people are getting their tits off and feeling that comfort of like when Tig was on our show, I asked her after, I'm like, how did it feel when you got your and Tig was like, best feeling ever. I felt like a little kid, you know, to be unburdened. If you are not like, you know, for me, it's not a pleasure zone in my body. It's not like where I'm not like, I don't need it. And in a world where they could be gone and I could not be sweating in a sports bra all summer, why not?
I just had a vision.
My tits were off.
You're going to get so cocky when your tits are off.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
I just saw you as like mansplaining.
Oh, yes.
Belle of the ball. I got shit to tell you.
Belle with a ball.
Yeah, Belle with balls.
I get my tits off and I have one ball sewn onto my labia. And boy, will I not shut the fuck up.
Well, you know what? I love this for you.
I love your vision.
Confident that it's going to be great. And you're right. Yeah. Why? I mean, you do have nice
What does
tits.
your confidence mean? You got those two tits.
Well, it's just going to make you a little more...
I'm going to be moving around without these floppy doppies. This is what I feel. Mostly, I feel, why are these floppy doppies so hot in the summer, dangling down after my miscarriage? All I got from that pregnancy was dead baby and bigger tits. What?
Sabrina.
What? Dead baby and bigger tits. That's what I got out of my 3-month pregnancy. So I feel like it's almost like a celebration of my insurance.
And it's free.
Hey, I don't want to talk about it too much because they might shut it down. But at this point, yeah, it's...
Why do you say you need it?
Because I don't like my tits on me. It's gender affirming care. But you know, my gender is weird because when I said that I wanted to get pregnant, people were like, oh, really? You want to do that? And now that I say I want my tits off, people are like, really? You need to do that? And I'm like, well, who is this Goldilocks boy girl?
You know, this is why I think you'll be confident. Like, sometimes when I'm scared to do something, I literally just pretend I'm a man.
Yeah.
So I feel
without my tits, that'll be easier to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they do just kind of like get entree into things a little bit more.
Yeah, it does feel like one of those scary things. And I will say the consult, I'm wearing this paper vest. My tits are out. She's taking all these pictures of my tits with like, you know, when people are taking pictures with an iPad and it just seems silly.
Yeah,
taking a picture with an iPad is just like kind of a silly, it just felt, and then she was showing me this like album of tits removed.
Like what it's going to look like.
Yeah, which it's not a Esquire magazine situation. It's not like it was a little bit like she was like Scared Straight vibes where it's like, you know,
she was trying to make you.
She was
not.
like, yeah, do you want to look all cut up like this? And I was like, bitch, I think I do.
Maybe get some tattoos.
Maybe.
That could be kind of cool.
That could be kind of cool. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to feel really good after. And TBD, keep on listening to the podcast. See if you can listen to when I have tits and not. Yeah. And you know what? Congratulations for listening to our podcast because just yet another expert out there has been taken down, potentially. Did you guys hear about this? That it's like that called the holistic psychologist. And she's a doctor. She's an expert and she does all these memes about different like mental illnesses that you can have. But she was in a throuple, which that was her kiss of death.
Right. With
Nicole
women,
LaPera,
right?
She's like, you know, this god, she's got like 10 million followers online and she apparently entered into a throuple with her producer. And then that was the beginning of the end. She was accused by the producer of, she pushed the producer down the stairs.
Do we know that this is true?
We don't know that this is true, but she is being accused of it. So I thought we should talk about it.
That is so scary.
It is so scary that but it's like anybody who, I don't know. I don't want to take her down too far, but anybody who is sort of like positions themselves online as like a guru, just stay with us. 2 donkeys with a couple ideas. Stay with us. Stay with us. We know nothing and we'll tell you everything.
Exactly.
So okay, wait. I forgot to connect to your era because I have this vivid memory of being at like this summer. It wasn't like a summer camp because it was like a family camp. A lodge. The Shamrock Lodge. It's all coming back to me. And I always wanted to make friends with grown-ups. And for some reason, my parents, I think it was like when we were younger, did pedophiles, like nobody knew about them?
I think we were just, I don't think people
Everyone
knew
was
that
like, respect your elders and kiss them on the mouth.
I know. I don't think people realized then the statistics of like 1 in 3 women are sexually molested.
People did not know. Because my parents were like, go hang out with those old people.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with like a newlywed couple and their friends, and they were drinking all day. And I was like, these guys are funny. And I remember we went on a, what's this called? Boat that you do this. You go like this with your feet. What is this?
A paddle
boat. We went on a paddle boat. And where are my parents? I don't know. I'm maybe like 10 years old. And I'm just like hanging with these 25-year-olds or something. And they kept on putting more beer on the paddle boat. And we were paddling out and the paddle boat fucking sank.
Oh my God.
And they made me swear. They're like, you can't tell anyone what happened to the paddle boat.
How old are these people? They're like in their 20s, 30s. These are adults?
These are like late 20s, early 30s.
And then did you tell your parents?
I didn't.
What?
I told no one. This is the first time
crazy.
I'm admitting it.
That is crazy.
This is like a true crime episode of our podcast.
Well, I was actually, it's funny you say this because I was thinking the other day, like, just like the amount I had to like kiss adults. You know, like I remember my papa, like, I mean, he wasn't a molester, but
the feeling of like a bristling mustache against your face as you kiss
always
a lip.
like my neck, like whoa, like give me this like motorboat kiss on my neck, and I would always be like, and everyone's like, kiss your papa.
Ew.
I mean,
don't kiss your papa.
I think it was just their way of like, you know,
molesting you. It was their subtle way of molesting you.
We're just different now. I mean, now we maybe gone too much in the other direction. You know, like if my daughter doesn't want to hold my, you know, my mom's hand, she tells her. And then, you know, my mom got upset and was like,
I know, it's kind of mean.
Is like, you know, I want her to hold my hand. And then my daughter's like, well, I thought she would like that I told her that what I wanted and what I didn't want. And, you know.
You're mediating this conversation between them?
Yes.
Fun.
So clearly.
While your papa's kissing you?
I can offer advice on parenting. But I do think that, yeah, we're just really empowering them. But I think ultimately that's a good thing. And, you know, having her go away is like scary. And we had to have a lot of talks, and she knows. And I bought this book too. You know, just like she even came to me and she was like, oh my God, did you know, like, yeah, if someone kisses you, like the book was like, if someone kisses you or says they like you and you don't like that, you can just tell them, no, please.
Yeah.
You know, and I want you to not do that. And you know.
You're like, for real?
And you only have to tell them once.
Yeah.
You know, because someone told me a long time ago, they were like, oh, I really want them to hear it from me. And I was like, oh, that's important, because so many important things growing up I didn't hear from my mom. You know, I kind of had to like find out about it because, you know, she was just a little more old school prudish about some stuff.
She was like, if I don't talk about it, then maybe it doesn't exist.
I don't know what her strategy was. And I think she was also just a very overwhelmed single mother of 3, one of who had a behavior problem, not me.
Yes. And so that was the fire that she was putting out.
Yeah. So I didn't, you know, and so I remember like the second I got my driver's license, I literally went to Planned Parenthood during my lunch hour.
And got an abortion that you were not even pregnant.
Went to Planned Parenthood during my lunch hour, got a big brown bag just full of the pill and condoms and like.
So you've been dosing since you've been driving.
I was ready to fuck, yeah. So, but it would have been nice if like.
Wow, just supermarket sweep at Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, me and my 3 friends, we like loaded up. And then.
And did you like show off to the boys? You're like, we've got everything it takes.
Oh yeah, purse full of pills, and I don't know. Like, I hope that I can take my daughter to Planned Parenthood, but maybe I'm not going to be able to handle it. Maybe she won't want to tell me. I don't know.
You're going to be able to handle it. Of course you can.
What if I was 15 though?
Yeah, 15 is, you don't want to do it at 15 if she's not thinking about it yet.
Well, I know, but what if she is?
What? I'm top heavying it. I'm like putting it all on in case. And like when I've already talked to Wolfie about pedophiles. I've been like, yeah. I was like, Michael Jackson was my way in because his best friend is like so into Michael Jackson. And I'm like, well, one other thing that he did that wasn't music. Bad.
You told Wolfie that?
I said he got in love with kids, which is not a thing to do as a grown-up. I didn't say, I didn't get graphic with it, but I'm like, there are grown-ups that have mental problems and they don't know that it's not okay, and you have to watch out because they will cross boundaries with kids. And I frame it as they fall in love with kids when really, I mean, it's like, I also say it's like they're stealing something from the kids.
Oh my God. Will you just tell my daughter that too?
Sure. Why not? You know what? Guys, gather your kids around right now, and I'll just rewind and have them listen to that section of the podcast.
And whatever you do, don't look up Megan's Law.
What's that?
You don't know about that? Is that what it's called? Moshe was looking it up the other day to see if there were pedophiles in the neighborhood, and there was, of course,
so
bunch.
Many. And those are only the ones that got caught.
And it tells you what they're all caught for, and I'm just almost all of them was lewd and lascivious behavior towards someone under.
Which, like, what I visualize
some age.
I visualize as just being like,
yeah, what
like
is
being
it?
naked and doing like a weird dance, but I bet it's just being a full pedophile, like trying to kiss a kid or molest a kid.
I don't know. I mean, it's basically where we live. There's a gun store opening up, and so
what?
Yeah, and
in that neighborhood. I'm not telling the neighborhood. You're like, I could see your wheels turning. You're like, well, I'm gonna get them to take this out. I didn't say anything. I said that neighborhood, and Natasha's like, all right, they're gonna be lined up around the block.
Well, basically, the people sticking up for the gun store online,
were
like, oh, what about all the pedophiles in your neighborhood? Aren't you worried about that? And then they would like list to like,
yeah.
So it's scary, and it's like obviously that new book that's out. It's not new anymore, but The Anxious Generation is all about how we're overprotecting our kids outside and underprotecting them online. And it is true that we are being overprotective in terms of what they can do. Yeah, but it's scary.
Isn't this talk about pedophiles the fact that is real life? That's the real world. They're online and they're in the real world.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, watch out, everybody.
You brought it up with the woman who strangled her children.
Hey, guys, look. I'll bring anything up, and I'm not done. I just watched that documentary about all the kids that were killed in that college, in Idaho.
I don't have the appetite for that. Yeah, the #1 streaming thing on Netflix. Why are we reliving?
Well,
did you learn anything from it?
I learned that if I talk about it on the podcast, it'll improve our numbers.
Tell me. Give me.
I did learn something from it.
Was #1.
I learned a bunch of things from it. #1, well, first of all, the pedophile thing reminded me of it because the sister, Olivia is her name, same name as our producer, Olivia, this badass sister of one of the girls that died from this fucking animal loser that was studying criminology and then broke into this house and stabbed these 4 kids.
A college student?
Yes, these beautiful kids, these like early 20s, like ray of sunshines. He just came in with a knife. The
stabber was a college person?
The stabber was getting his PhD and he was a TA and like at 10 minutes away or 20 minutes away in another college. And what the sister did in court was so incredible because you know how when people go to jail, if they're pedophiles, they get beaten up, like they get like treated really horribly.
Okay.
And what she did was like she looked at him and she was like, "You fucking broke in the middle of the night. If you would have come in the daytime like a man, my sister would have kicked your fucking ass. But you came in when she was sleeping like a fucking pedophile." And I am just thinking now, she was so smart because she was getting him framed in a way that he would get treated horribly in jail.
Whoa.
For doing this. Yeah, she was really, it's a really cool moment in the last episode. It's 3 episodes. And so I don't know.
Spoiler alert, I guess.
Spoiler alert.
That's
but like, okay, so what I
fascinating.
also learned was I did 23andMe, and because I did that, if any of my kids, biological or, basically anyone connected to my biology will have a harder time running from the police.
Why?
Because they have my DNA. So what they did to find this guy, he left behind, he would have actually truly gotten away with it if he didn't leave behind the sheath of this knife. And on that sheath was a piece of his DNA from his fingers. And from that piece, they got the like Morse code of his DNA, and they cross-referenced it, and someone in his family had done 23andMe. So then they were able to like pinpoint, okay, it's someone in this family. And then they got an ear, what's it called? For your ear, little
cuff?
Cleaning your ear, the when you clean your ear?
Q-tip?
Q-tip, baby.
By the way, literally not invented for anything. Everyone's like, you can't use them in your ears.
You can't use them in your ears,
like,
but guess who does?
You.
I do. And guess who
Everybody secretly
guess who
uses
has ear problems? I do. I can't stop. What are you gonna stop? I see people with crunchy little crispies in their ear. What are you gonna take it out with? You need
maybe
Q-tips.
You're not just supposed to put it in.
Why did they invent them if we're not supposed to use them?
It's so weird. Sometimes I'll use it with nail polish, but that's about it.
Wait, you don't put them in your ear?
Well, I was, but then they said you were not supposed to.
And you just listened? Like a fool? While I have approximately 3 to 4 appointments with the ear doctor every year? And I use them?
I have no ENT problems.
I have ENT problems.
I've
and I lie to them
amazing
too.
olfactory.
I lie to them about like the same thing, like when the dentist says like, you floss every day, and you're like, for sure. And then when the ENT is like, and you don't use Q-tips, do you? I'm like, how could you accuse me of such a thing? They're like, why are you wearing a paper vest with your tits out? I'm like, I just thought this was what you needed.
Wait, so then tell me what so they took a Q-tip.
They took a Q-tip, and the Q-tip was the father of the killer. And they knew, and he only had one son, and they knew that it was him, and so they arrested him.
That's
this
wild.
Fucking creep, man. Dude, the world is full of creeps. Our kids are back to school. The world is full of creeps.
Why don't we look at a meme?
Let's look at a meme. It's Naomi Osaka. She is at Wimbledon. She just won a huge match, and this is her.
Well, I was hoping to ask you one more question, if that was okay.
Sorry.
Love her vibe.
Because it was your daughter's birthday yesterday?
Yeah.
Which obviously, I know you told us all about a couple of days ago. I was just wondering how you spent it.
Have I spent?
How you spent your daughter's birthday yesterday. I think you were taking her to the park, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I should be telling you this, but she was kind of bad yesterday, so... we tried to take her to the park, but then she needed to go to timeout, so we're gonna take her to... we're gonna try to take her to the park again today. But yeah, I mean, it was an awesome birthday. I mean, she blew out her candle. She made a wish, so I hope her wish is to behave better, but if not, yeah, I mean, today's a new day for her, so.
I mean, here's what I think.
What?
I would love it because I loved her attitude at the beginning.
Yeah.
When the man's like, oh, excuse me, one more question, please. Oh
my God, you hate British people.
How did your daughter spend her birthday?
Just simply what is, if you watch the video, he's a regular man.
Okay, but just when he goes, oh, one more question, please. And
yeah.
if she were just to go, no, thank you. And just walk off. I mean, these people are just, everyone's setting each other up. Like, just like, no, thank you. It sucks
that they have to do interviews when they lose, too.
Yeah, I'm just like...
It's like if you did a bad set and then people like got brought back out to the audience to be like, well, I think I probably just like, you know, when the first thing didn't land, I just kind of...
And, you know, I've been doing comedy for 25 years. I know you're not supposed to turn on the crowd and say it's a bad crowd, but I did say that again.
But I did do that. And then, you know, so sue me. I was on autopilot.
Why did you think that was for me? I'm just curious.
Because she disappointed her daughter.
Right.
Which is your constant, that's your, what's it called? This is the episode where I don't remember any words.
Achilles heel?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think that's what that is.
The mountain, you're Vesuvius.
Well, it's almost like like just like how our relationships have recurring themes. You know,
yeah, like mine and yours is tension.
Do we have tension?
No.
No, I'm saying with our partners. You know, it's like you fight over two things for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years.
Yes.
It's the same stuff.
It's the same stuff.
Moshe doesn't like how I talk to him.
Ugh, I don't like how Shauna talked to me.
And I don't like his mess.
And Shauna don't like my mess.
And we're probably going to be talking about those things for 15 years and $50,000 in couples therapy, or probably more. It's like...
yesterday I picked up Wolfie from his last day of camp, and he was in a bad mood because he was playing squash.
Squash?
Yes. It's like they're playing every racket sport at this camp.
Cool.
I love this camp. And he doesn't want to go home. But anyway, there like 4 kids came in and crowded the squash court, and he was in a bad mood. And he was kind of, annoyed and talking to me like he was annoyed. And I said in the car, when you are annoyed, that's fine. But I'm on your team. Don't talk to me. Don't take your shit and throw it at the person that's trying to help you clean up the shit. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we were talking about it at dinner, and Shauna was laughing. She's like, Wolfie, she's trying to get me to do the same thing.
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Wait,
but anyways, Naomi Osaka, it was the kid's birthday, and, I bet Naomi, just like us, we have similar lifestyles where we're just these badass career moguls and have maybe some guilt around the amount of time that we get to spend with her kid. But she's been training, and she's at Wimbledon, and she's got this one moment to take her kid to the park, and she's like, you're bad, you're not going to the park even though it's your birthday. I love that.
That is pretty good.
That's really good.
Goals.
I
also have another thought about camp that I wanted to share with you, because I've been thinking about it, like, the whole idea of just being good enough, and we're all working on this. But if you do something specific, you really can change the path of your child's life. Like,
now go ahead and say more.
I am reading Stephen Sondheim's book right now because I love musical theater. I don't expect you to get any of this, but he is really just sort of the master of it all.
I hang out with gay men. I know that he's very important.
Yes, he's very important to the art form and just to the theater in general. But anyway, his mother, who he doesn't get along with, and the book is about that a lot. The book, it's amazing. What's it called? Art Isn't Easy. And but anyway, he talks about his mom a lot, but she did send him to military school. Ooh. Which shaped his, and like all of a sudden he became in love with order and math and needing that sort of thing that was so ingrained in him.
And men in uniform, I bet.
I doubt it.
You're a conspiracy theorist that believes Sondheim was straight.
No, I think that he probably would like a more artist type.
Oh, okay, got it.
But anyway, just the falling in love with order, I'm like, and then that made him fall in love with the form and the puzzles, and then the puzzle of a song and being able to fill it with poetry. And it's like, what if his mom hadn't sent him to this place that like influenced him with order so much?
Yeah.
Maybe he would never have done that. And then another friend was just telling me, because I told him my daughter was at sleepaway camp, he was like, oh, my parents sent me to sports camp my entire life for 8 weeks, all of my childhood. And I was like, oh, he's like, I hated it. And then he goes, but I did play pro tennis. Like they they were competing nationally. And I'm like, wow, the parents created someone who
with no passion for it.
Yeah. He doesn't do it anymore, but it's like, it's just so he wouldn't have done that if I don't know, it's just such a head trip.
It is very interesting, because you would think that the sports camp would be the enjoyable one and the military school would be the bad.
Well, these are just the different people's personalities mixing.
But I think that no matter where you go, it's sort of like the framework of your destiny is a little bit tilted, and things can rocket and change the sort of trajectory. But like, I believe that the marble, no matter where you put Stephen Sondheim, was going to end up rolling towards the corner of being a genius writer.
Right.
Going to military school definitely gave him
at such an impressionable age, gave him a way to deal with his talent, maybe even.
Yeah, and build routine. And like, I think, I was thinking about this today. That like a lot of when we were on vacation, a lot of conversations we were having with Wolfie came down to like talking about resilience, because when you're traveling, you really need to like just keep the vibe in the air.
Right.
It's like, well, the
airports
flight is canceled, or it's too hot here, and Google Maps took us to the wrong. Yeah, and Pops is licking your neck. Papa, sorry. So then, but that like, you just gotta,
what it was?
Get back up.
It was a fart noise on the neck. Now that I'm remembering,
fart noise on the neck.
I think it was supposed to be a joke.
Look, don't apologize for your dead grandfather, because I'm mounting the lawsuit anyway. I'm going to that grave with a lawyer and Nicole LaPerla, my holistic psychologist.
You were just on to the secret to life.
No, but the secret I'm always talking about the secret to life, and get ready for when my tits are off. The secret's going to be out.
You are going to be so hard to deal with.
I'm going to be here. I'm going to be naked. And I'm going to be full of advice, girls. Gather around, because Daddy's got a couple thoughts. That resilience is sort of like built into routine and into like, that's what routine is your body is fighting. Your body is fighting the thing that is hard, that will garner the results that you need to be successful. And you are getting up off of the floor where you want to lay down and tapping into, whether it's sitting down and writing your pages or getting out of bed when the alarm goes off. It's like, that is resilience.
It's almost like constantly doing the things you don't want to do.
Yes.
And I don't want to.
I want to do that.
I don't want to do that either. It's almost like
there's like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm stoned or what, but like that is so deep. It's almost like constantly doing the things you don't want to do, and I don't want to do them.
But we have to.
We have to.
What's the answer to that?
The answer to that is you have to, and that the reward is, it's like, you go to the gym and then you actually feel good when you walk out the doors to the gym, and then everybody's hitting on you.
No, that's true. I played tennis yesterday and it was a miracle I got there, because it was like hot. My friend was already going with someone else. I could have like backed out of it, and I haven't played tennis in so long. But it
felt so good.
It felt so good after. And Moshe even said, he goes, "You're not going to regret it."
Yeah. I think if we leave our listeners with one thought,
yes,
it's that, look, there's a lot of things you don't want to do. You don't have to do them. But this week, after listening to this episode,
do one
of those things.
Or make a list of the 20 things you don't want to do, and then maybe each day do 2 of them.
But like that you don't want to do that are actually good for you.
Right. Like, obviously you have to feed your children. But
yes. But that like do some things, but don't do all the things, and just have a good day.
Have a good day.
Guys, have a pretty good day. God, this advice is going to get so much better when my tits are gone.